Struggling to sound fluent in English? You're not alone. Many English learners, they feel stuck when speaking. They know the grammar, they've memorized the vocabulary, but when it's time to speak, they hesitate, fumble, or speak unnaturally. Here's the good news. Fluency isn't about speaking fast or knowing every word in the dictionary. It's about sounding natural, confident, and making your conversations flow effortlessly. In this video, I'll share quick, practical tips that will help you sound more fluent in English starting today. These aren't just generic suggestions. They are actionable steps that you can practice immediately to see real improvement. By the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to transform your English speaking skills into something fluent, confident, and impressive. Hi, I'm Maria, and I've been teaching English learners for years. I know firsthand how frustrating it can be to feel like you're not progressing, but I also know the joy of breaking through that barrier. Let me assure you, with the right techniques, you can achieve fluency faster than you think. So let's get started with our first tip, which is one of the most powerful tools you can use to boost your fluency. Tip 1. Master sentence, stress, and intonation. Fluency is not just about words, it's about how you say them. Native speakers don't speak every word with equal emphasis. They stress certain words and reduce others, creating a rhythm that makes their speech sound natural. For example, listen to this sentence. I'm going to the store. Notice how the words going and store are stressed while I'm to and the are softer and quicker. This rhythm is called sentence stress. To sound more fluent, focus on stressing key content words like nouns, verbs, and adjectives, while reducing smaller function words like prepositions, articles, and conjunctions. Practice by listening to native speakers and repeating their rhythm. You can find examples in podcasts, movies, or even on YouTube. Mimicking this pattern will make your speech flow better and sound more natural. Another aspect to focus on is intonation, which refers to the rise and fall of your voice. Intonation conveys emotions and meaning. For example, saying, "You're coming," with a rising tone shows you're asking a question, while saying it with a falling tone might suggest confidence or even mild annoyance. Practicing intonation helps you sound more engaging and expressive, which is a key marker of fluency. Tip 2. Use common phrases and collocations. Memorizing individual words is helpful, but it's not enough to sound fluent. Fluency comes from knowing phrases and collocations, words that naturally go together. For instance, instead of saying make a decision, many learners mistakenly say do a decision. While do and make both imply action, only make a decision sounds correct in English. Learning these word combinations reduces hesitation because you don't have to think about constructing sentences from scratch. Some common collocations include take a break, catch a cold, or run a business. Start by focusing on everyday phrases you're likely to use in conversations. For example, instead of very good, say really great. Instead of a lot of work, say a heavy workload. Practice these phrases in sentences until they feel natural. Once you know them, they'll roll off your tongue like second nature. Tip 3. Speak at a natural pace. Here's a common misconception. Speaking fast means sounding fluent. The truth is, rushing your words can make you sound unclear and nervous. Instead, aim for a steady, natural pace. Speaking too quickly not only confuses your listener, but also increases the chances of making mistakes. A great way to practice pacing is by recording yourself. Choose a simple paragraph, read it aloud, and listen to the playback. Ask yourself, are you rushing? Are your words clear? Adjust your pace until it feels smooth and understandable. Remember, even native speakers pause between thoughts. Strategic pauses give you time to think and make your speech sound more confident. Tip 8. Expand your vocabulary with synonyms. Using the same words repeatedly can make your speech sound monotonous. To sound more fluent, build a range of synonyms for common words. For example, instead of always saying happy, try joyful. content, or thrilled. Replace big with large, huge, beschuist, or enormous. Learning synonyms not only enhances your vocabulary, but also gives you flexibility in conversations. One effective method is to create word families. For instance, if you learn the word important, also learn significant, crucial, and essential. Practice using these words in sentences so they become part of your active vocabulary. Tip V. Embrace fillers and pauses. Native speakers often use fillers like you know, or like to buy time while thinking. While you shouldn't overuse them, adding fillers sparingly can make your speech sound more natural. For example, if you're unsure what to say next, it's fine to say, let me think. This keeps the conversation flowing without long, awkward silences. At the same time, don't be afraid to pause. Pausing after key points not only makes your speech clearer, but also gives you time to organize your thoughts. For example, I think we should pause, focus on improving our teamwork. Pauses create a rhythm that makes your speech more engaging. Tip C. Train your brain to think in English. Translating from your native language to English slows you down and makes your sentences feel awkward. To break this habit, start training your brain to think directly in English. Begin with simple exercises like describing your surroundings in English. For example, if you're in a park, think, the grass is green, people are walking their dogs, it's a sunny day. Another technique is to plan your day in English. In the morning, think, I need to finish my report by noon. After that, I'll go grocery shopping. These small habits train your brain to process thoughts in English, reducing hesitation when you speak. Tip 7. Engage in shadowing. Shadowing is a powerful technique where you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say in real time. This helps you pick up pronunciation, rhythm, and natural sentence flow. Choose a short audio clip or video, play it, and mimic the speaker as closely as possible. For example, if the speaker says, I'm going to the store to buy some groceries, repeat it immediately, matching their tone and speed. Shadowing not only improves your fluency, but also boosts your confidence. You're essentially training your mouth and brain to work together seamlessly. Tip 8. Build confidence through practice. Fluency isn't just about language skills, it's about confidence. The more you practice speaking, the more comfortable you'll feel. Find opportunities to speak English daily, whether it's with friends, language partners, or even yourself. Yes, talking to yourself works wonders. For example, narrate your day in English. Now I'm making coffee. I'll check my emails after this. Joining English-speaking communities, either online or offline, is another great way to practice. Platforms like Meetup, Reddit, or Facebook groups are excellent for connecting with other learners and practicing in a supportive environment. Tip 9. Learn to use conversational connectors. Conversational connectors are phrases that help you link your ideas smoothly and sound more natural in conversations. These include phrases like, on the other hand, to introduce a contrasting idea. For example, to give an illustration. As a matter of fact, to emphasize a point, using connectors makes your speech more cohesive and engaging. For example, instead of saying, I like summer, it's warm, you could say, I like summer because it's warm and sunny. In fact, it's my favorite season of the year. Practice adding connectors to your sentences when you speak, and over time, they'll become a natural part of your speech. Tip 10. Record yourself speaking. One of the most effective ways to identify areas for improvement is by recording yourself. Choose a topic, set a timer for 2 to 3 minutes, and speak on it. Listen to the recording and evaluate yourself. Are you speaking clearly? Are you hesitating too much? Are your sentences well structured? By identifying your weak points, you can work on them deliberately. For example, if you notice you're mispronouncing certain words, make a note of them and practice saying them correctly. Apps like Pronunciation Coach or even Google Translate can help you hear the correct pronunciation. Over time, you'll notice your fluency improving with each recording session. Tip 11. Immerse yourself in English media. Fluency grows when you're surrounded by the language. Watch English TV shows, movies, or YouTube channels that match your interests. Pay close attention to how characters speak, their choice of words, and their intonation. Subtitles can help at first, but challenge yourself to turn them off as your listening improves. Podcasts and audiobooks are also fantastic tools for immersion. Choose topics you enjoy, whether it's science, personal development, or storytelling. Listening to fluent speakers exposes you to natural rhythms and vocabulary that you can incorporate into your own speech. For example, if you hear a phrase like, "That's the icing on the cake," make a mental note of it and try using it in your next conversation. Tip 12. Practice describing things in detail. A great exercise to build fluency is describing objects or scenes in detail. For example, if you're looking at your coffee cup, don't just think, "It's a cup." Instead, describe it. "This is a ceramic coffee cup with a smooth handle. It's white with a blue design, and it feels warm because it's filled with hot coffee." By practicing detailed descriptions, you're training your brain to think in full sentences and use a variety of vocabulary. This exercise can be applied anywhere. Describe a park, a busy street, or even your meal. The goal is to challenge yourself to go beyond basic observations and provide a richer picture. Tip 13. Incorporate role-playing. Role-playing is a fun and effective way to practice real-life scenarios. Imagine you're ordering food at a restaurant, checking into a hotel, or having a casual conversation with a friend. For example, in a restaurant scenario, practice saying, "Hi, I'd like to order a cheeseburger and a side of fries, please. Can I also get a glass of water?" In a hotel scenario, practice, "Hello, I have a reservation under the name Your Name. Could I check in, please?" Role-playing not only improves fluency, but also builds confidence for actual conversations. You can practice alone or with a friend who's also learning English. Tip 14. Use flashcards for active recall. Flashcards aren't just for vocabulary. They can also help with phrases and sentences. Write down a question on one side, like, "How do you ask for directions?" And on the other side, write the response. "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the train station?" Review these flashcards daily and practice saying the responses aloud. This helps reinforce both the content and the act of speaking, making your fluency more automatic. Tip 15. Build small, achievable goals. Fluency doesn't happen overnight, so it's important to break your journey into small, manageable steps. For example, this week, focus on mastering 5 new phrases. Next week, record yourself speaking for 5 minutes every day. The following week, practice role-playing 3 real-life scenarios. By focusing on incremental progress, you'll stay motivated and see steady improvement. Tip 16. Ask for feedback. Whether it's from a teacher, a friend, or a language exchange partner, constructive feedback is invaluable. For example, if you're having a conversation and your partner notices you're struggling with verb tenses, they can point it out. Take notes on their suggestions and focus on improving those areas during your next practice session. Don't be afraid to ask specific questions like, "Did I sound natural when I said this?" Or, "How can I make this sentence better?" Learning from feedback accelerates your fluency journey. Tip 17. Use technology to your advantage. Today's technology offers countless resources for improving fluency. Apps like Cambly, italki, and HelloTalk connect you with native speakers for real-time conversations. Tools like Grammarly help you refine your written English, which indirectly improves your spoken skills. Additionally, AI-based apps like Elsa Speak provide instant feedback on pronunciation. Set aside 10-15 minutes daily to explore these tools and incorporate them into your practice routine. For example, use a pronunciation app to perfect difficult sounds, or schedule a short conversation with a tutor to practice speaking. Tip 18. Develop a morning routine in English. Start your day with English to set the tone for fluency. For example, listen to an English podcast while getting ready, or spend 5 minutes planning your day in English. Think, today I'll go to the grocery store, finish my project, and call my friend. This habit ensures that English is the first language you engage with daily, making it easier to think and speak in English throughout the day. Tip 19. Celebrate small victories. Fluency is a journey, and it's important to acknowledge your progress. Did you successfully hold a 5-minute conversation? Celebrate. Did you use a new phrase correctly? Celebrate that too. These small victories build confidence and keep you motivated. Tip 20. Stay consistent. Consistency is the foundation of fluency. Dedicate time every day to practicing, whether it's speaking, listening, or engaging with English in some way. Even 15 to 20 minutes daily is more effective than sporadic long sessions. Remember, the key to fluency is steady, regular effort over time. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more such videos.